It is 9:10 at night, just 10 minutes after the Switch presentation, and you won't believe what happened. What's up, YouTube? This is Jimmy Retro, and I just gotten out from watching a full Nintendo Switch presentation, and boy, was it awesome. And here I have the entire Nintendo Switch press conference, all on paper. So for those of you who missed it, don't feel bad, because this guy has all the details. Let's begin. Start off, we all know the basic features of the Switch. It's a console for both home on the go, you know, Joy-Cons, all that. However, we did get some new juicy details. The launch date is March 3rd, 2017, which is for Japan, US, Canada, Hong Kong, and the European Union. And the price, though, it's pretty disappointing. At a value around 29,980 yen, which is around 300 bucks here in this country. This is America, okay? Which is practically the same price as the Wii U had back in 2012. Anyway, moving ahead. Now, as you all know, past Nintendo consoles have been infamous for their region locking policy. However, due to the Switch, they decided to take a different approach. This time, the Switch is region free, meaning you can play all games from around the world, regardless of region. Pretty cool, huh? Well, at least you saved up 300 bucks from buying yourself a Japanese version of the Switch. Speaking of versions, there are two different versions of a Switch, but they just have different Joy-Con colors. One will be neon red and the other will be neon blue and regular color, you know. And like I said, the Switch will have online gameplay. But however, this is the first time that you'll have to pay for an online service, similar to PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. But you don't have to shell out your wallet immediately, because there's going to be a trial period that begins at launch date, which is March 3rd for the Japanese and the Americans and the Canadians, and you know. And you don't have to pay for it until sometime in fall. It is said that the Switch is absorbed by the DNA of all previous 8 generations of Nintendo consoles, be it console or handheld. And they have 3 new modes for it. The first is TV mode, you know, just your basic old school gaming in front of a television, all that. The second mode is tabletop mode, where you can actually detach the Switch from their loading dock and attach the Joy-Cons to it and place it in front of a table, which is great for multiplayer gaming if you want to share the same screen, or if you're too cheap to buy a Switch on your own. And finally, there's the handheld mode, which is basically the same as tabletop mode, only you can actually play your video games in and out of the house, whether it be in a park, in a restaurant, at Disneyland, wherever. You can actually play it anywhere. Hence the Switch. I don't know, that's a bad pun. It has an integrated touch panel, built-in Wi-Fi, which we will soon have to pay, and up to 8 Switches can play at the same time, which is no doubt that a Mario Kart game is in the works. Now, as for the battery life, it can actually vary by game. It depends on if the game is graphics heavy or motion sensitive or say simplistic. But for the most part, estimates would be from 2.5 to 6.5 hours. Yep, it's about as long as the 3DS XL lasts. I didn't even talk about the controllers yet, so let's get on to it. The Joy-Cons, as they call it, are actually 2 separate controllers that when they join, they make up one classic controller. The design of the controllers practically repeats themselves with the exception of a home button on the right Joy-Con and a plus and minus buttons on top of them, and a little square button that represents a capture button with a D-pad of its own, which makes them not that identical, so to say. It is Amiibo compatible, has ABXY buttons, has a reader and writer for AR, and it's capable of recording video. For now, it's just screenshots. Now when split in two, it has two side buttons under each controller. And the right controller has an IR sensor, which is sensitive, and it fits in the palm of your hand like a Wii remote, only smaller. And it's able to make it a two-player controller without having to buy another one. It has ability to tell rock, paper, scissors, and a distance where your hand is. It also has this HD rumble, which can produce some realism, if not literally. It practically boasts its expressiveness, as they said, as it lures people to a new world of entertainment. As you can see right there, those are the two variations that the Switch will come out with. Neon Blue or Neon Red. Or you can just pick the plain old black one. And one more thing, it also comes with wrist straps. There will also be a Controller Pro for those who still want to stick to the hardcore. And there's still a few details left out for that, so it'll be safe for later. But now it's time for the good part, the games. To start off, we have the launch game for Switch, which is called 1-2 Switch. It's basically Wii Sports and Nintendo Land smushed together into one. However, the only thing is, you don't look at the screen. You do a face-to-face game, as you see in the picture. As the developer wanted it to be like that, and also to boast the capabilities of what the Joy-Cons can do. It will launch alongside the Nintendo Switch on March 3rd. Now, to the second video game, which is called ARMS. And that game is a boxing / shooting mix of a sort. And it doesn't require one, but two Joy-Cons. And you can play by yourself or multiplayer on split screen. It's due this spring. However, it is not yet to be announced, as they're still working out some of the kinks. Now aside from those two, there are other games that were revealed during the presentation include Splatoon number 2 on the Switch. Not much is known about it for now, but it is due for a summer 2017 release. Xenoblade 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, Skyrim on the Switch, and over 80 games in development by over 50 companies that pledge allegiance to the Switch, including a Shin Megami Tensei 25th anniversary from Atlas, Project Octopath Traveler from Square Enix, FIFA 18, and an unnamed Travis game, as it is known that there is no details for now, that awaits to be released. And many high-class companies pledged allegiance to the Switch like Atlas, Activision, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Capcom, Hamster, Konami, Sega, Cryware, TT Games, Warner Brothers, and the list goes on. While the games look promising, two, however, caught my attention. They include a certain mustachioed plumber and a Triforce wielding hero. And we'll cover these right now. The first game that caught my eye was a new Mario platformer, where you don't see Mario in the Mushroom Kingdom, but in the real world. You can actually see him wall kicking off the Empire State Building, crawling on rooftops, long jumping down. However, there is a little catch, as he tries to stop Bowser from marrying Princess Peach. And if you're a true Mario fan, you saw that from first Super Paper Mario. But what's new is that his head is actually throwable, like a Hatterang. By the way, that's my punchline. And he can ride animals, day or night, while taking on the usual opponents. He has a variety of emotions, like standing there shivering, playing with humans on jump rope, crouching, and even dancing with some forest animals. and somehow soup is cold. Now, aside from the city, you actually go through a forest world and a candy world of some sort while trying to stop Bowser from marrying Peach, which is a pretty weird reason why Bowser kidnapped her. But then again, it's Nintendo. You can't argue with good old-fashioned Mario gameplay. Not since Super Mario 64, this game is another sandbox game. Sort of to like Sunshine, only you're actually free to explore wherever you want. However, don't be so surprised about the release date. You want a release date? It's Holiday 2017. We have to wait 11 more months just to get our hands on this brand new Mario platformer. But still, it's gonna be worth it in the end, because at least we get our hands on a new Mario game. The name? Super Mario Odyssey. Wait a sec, what are those googly eyes doing on top where Mario's emblem's supposed to be? Well, according to one of the developers, that hat is no ordinary hat, as it's gonna play a vital role in Mario's adventure. What type of role? We won't know until December comes. If you want to see the full trailer without my commentary, I'll put it on in a few seconds. If you don't, just skip to the Breath of the Wild sequence. Finally, here it is. The moment Zelda fans, including myself, have been waiting for. After several pushbacks, it's time to finally play the game we always coveted. But first, here's a trailer for the game.
なる王国の歴史は太古の昔から幾度もガーノンという名の厄災に見舞われてきた歴史。
今こそ話そう。100年前何があったのか。
私が今までしてきたことは何の役にも立たなかった。目を覚まして。
When I saw this trailer for the very first time in the presentation, I was speechless. I'm like, whoa, what the F? I need to get this game. And now we know that it's a launch title for the Switch, and it will be releasing on the Wii U on the same day. So Wii U owners, don't fret, you weren't forgotten yet. And just recently, I checked the internet, and Nintendo is already releasing a Master Edition of Breath of the Wild, which is exclusively for the Switch, and it includes the game itself, a Sheikah tablet carrying case, a strategy guide, a sound selection CD, a weathered old map, and a little badge. It's determined to run at around $129.99. Though the rating for the game is not confirmed yet, I'm still hoping it gets a T rating, as it included a bunch of mature themes to it. Thinking it's tougher than Twilight Princess by the looks of it, but less than Skyward Sword. But who knows? I could be wrong. So you better act fast, those who want them. I myself will aim to try to get one of these collector's editions, as noted on my success of getting the Twilight Princess Collector's Edition. Sure, it wasn't that big, but it's better than nothing. I mean, I got the strategy guide and the map for that. But anyway, back to the topic. This is probably going to be the most hyped game in all this year. Well, for me, I hope it can hold until Super Mario Odyssey comes out. And before I go, I want to share a little something that the Switch is going to contain once you take out a box. I will do an unboxing video when I get one, but it's better to know now than know later. The Switch box will contain the tablet itself, some Joy-Cons, wrist straps, a dock, the grip, the HDMI cable, an AC adapter, and maybe a Controller Pro if you're interested. The 2 Joy-Con codes that were in the presentation will be available. However, it will be the same retail price of $300. So save up if you can, and make a pre-order when possible. It will be available to most, and if you want to try out a Switch before buying one, then you're in luck. There will be hands-on events in Europe, in Frankfurt, Paris, and London. Meanwhile, on this side of the world, in 6 separate Sundays, the Nintendo Switch will be on in 6 separate cities. But due to the hype, we will get here early. Pre-orders in Japan start in January 21st. However, it is unknown whenever the pre-orders will come here to North America, or Europe for that matter. And this brings an end to the video of the Nintendo Switch and its basic capabilities, along with its games. So, if you're watching, please leave a like and comment below to see what will happen to the Switch. Will it kickstart the 9th generation with a good start? Or will Nintendo have to look for other means? Also, please subscribe to this channel as you can hear more from me, Jimmy Retro. You can hear more from the Chango, who does completely random stuff, and Elgoji98, which does Godzilla movies, and superheroes, and Toonami. Well, anything. So then, until I get the Switch, play a game, or review a movie, I'll see you guys next time.